Welcome back to Tip TV. My name's Charlie Burton. Now, a year ago, I had my next guest on the show. He was an angry new trader back then, but now let's just find out if he's still feeling the same way. Karl Akinlami, welcome back to Tip TV.
Thanks for having me, Charlie.
So, Karl, last year when I interviewed you, you had some anger issues, sometimes through some things at your screens and the likes. You were a new trader back then. Now you've got a vast amount of experience. You're now, what, 18 months trading now.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about what happened after you came onto Tip TV last year. What's happened with your trading since then?
Yeah, so I guess the conclusions that we came to afterwards were I needed to focus more on the psychological side and help myself with the anger issues and all that kind of thing. And then immediately after, I had a great run for 4 months after the Tip TV interview. It was brilliant trading. I had the best run of my short trading career so far in that period of time. And not surprisingly, I didn't focus too much on the psychology while I was winning all the time. I had.
Can you think specifically why all of a sudden after at that point you had that long winning stretch? Was there anything specifically you'd done at that point in time?
I don't think. I think I was just a bit more consistent in my approach, and I honestly I think there was an element of luck as well. It was probably just a period where the strategy I was using at the time, the market conditions were right for it. So I was winning while the market conditions were right for that strategy.
Right. Okay. So yep. So you had a good run over that period.
Yeah.
Confidence was high.
Full of hubris. Yes, very high confidence. Thought that I couldn't lose and became very overconfident, which we know is a dangerous thing. And I had some strict rules about only risking 1%, and if I lose 3% a day, then I stop trading and all that kind of thing. And I started to relax those rules. As time went by, I doubled my position size.
Doubled your position size.
Yeah.
So you went from risking 1% to 2% per trade. Is that?
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Okay.
pretty much. And then in a day, I had the rule that I can't lose more than 3%. In one day, I lost 4%. And I can't explain why now, but at the time, that just caused me to go into a kind of meltdown mode. Lots of revenge trading, trying to get back at the market, just for that 1%, because I had 3% as my margin, and I'd gone over by 1%. So I just wanted to get that 1% back. Next trade, lost another couple of percent. Next trade, lost another couple of percent.
This was all in one day?
All in one session. And
right.
Then you feel like you're kind of underwater at that point. And then one big trade I went in, and I lost that trade as well. So I ended up, to get that 1% back that day, I lost an extra 30% of my account.
30%?
Yeah, so
wow.
I ended up losing 34%
wow.
in that one day. And that was the time, if you remember, I emailed you and we had a discussion on the phone.
I think I said, right, we need to have a chat.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird thing, isn't it? When it comes to trading, you can actually be doing quite well. And then I always say it's like a sequence of events, a small sequence of events, and all of a sudden you get this crescendo, this waterfall effect that happens, and everything goes out the window. Yeah. Everything you've done over the last several months, which was good, just gets thrown aside because of mindset. And that's when you realize how important that is.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. So we had a chat, yeah?
Yeah, and after that I took a bit of time off. I think I took 2 weeks off just to reflect. And in that time, just to relax, but also to think about what I'm doing that's making me get angry when I trade. Because I shouldn't be getting that angry about losing trades. I know that it's a probability game, you'll lose and all that kind of stuff. So I looked at and I made a list of the things that I thought were adding stress to my trading experience, and then I made an effort to cut those out over the next few months.
Right, okay.
So I had the time of day I was trading, for example, wasn't a great time of day for me because I had the school run, but I was determined that I had to be trading during trying to get the kids ready and all of that kind of thing. So that was just, a factor adding stress.
It's a simple thing, isn't it? Something as simple as that, which lots of traders out there will probably be thinking, do you know what, I do that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I try and trade when my children are around, or it could be other distractions.
Yeah.
Simple things like that you've just taken a step back and identified.
Anything that aggravated me outside of trading, I've completely cut out while I'm trading.
So you've cut out the kids? Kids are
yeah, absolutely. I don't know, seriously. I don't do anything until they're at school and I'm at home on my own. So I've kind of sacrificed that first hour of the day, which I used to feel was the most important time. But for me, I just can't do it because it adds extra elements of intensity to an already quite intense experience when you're first starting out.
Yep. Okay.
I was also trading too big, I was with a broker at the time whose minimum trade was £1 a pip, and I wanted to put several positions on per trade. So I was trading not too big for my account, but too big for me personally. Like when I lost, I felt bad about it, really bad.
That's the thing, isn't it? Because some of us, we can trade and say we're still within our risk parameters, but actually we're not comfortable even trading at that level. So like you're saying, you were trading at a level with that broker, which actually, risk management wise, it was okay. Yeah. But if you're not comfortable, then you're still going to treat the trade but not the right way. You're going to treat it badly, and it'll end up not working for you anyway. Yeah, exactly
that. So I switched broker immediately. I found a broker who was reasonable. I think I maybe spoke to you about that as well. They do micro lots and mini lots and things like that, so I've got much more flexibility. I'm always comfortable with trades now. With my risk, I never feel too bad about losses and things like that. I think the biggest thing was that I was trading at the time. I was trying to trade for income. So I was a new trader, and every day I was going to trade, and I had the feeling hanging over my head that I have to win. I have to win, because at the end of the month I want to make X pounds to take out of this account. So if you've had a good Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then you get hit on a Thursday or something like that, you feel like you've lost your whole week and you've only got 3 weeks left to make that week up. And so eventually I got myself a part-time job that means that I can not worry too much about my trading account. I don't need to make withdrawals from it every month, or if I have a down month, it's not such a big deal.
Yep. And as a result, I guess, by not putting that pressure on yourself, you'll trade that much better anyway.
Yeah.
So because you've taken the income factor out of the whole argument, so now you can just focus on quality trades.
Absolutely. And as a result, trading is a completely different experience for me now. I don't get angry at trades anymore. I find it odd that I used to. I look back on what I used to do, and it's so irrational.
I found it odd that you used to. But
yeah.
So, okay, there's some things we're gonna wrap this part 1 up in a moment, and we'll move on to part 2. But before we do that, just talk to me a little bit about your trade frequency, because what you found is that you've changed some of your trading, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely. So I used to trade off of 5-minute charts, and I used to trade quite a lot during the day. Now that's completely changed. I don't use 5-minute charts anymore. I use 15-minute charts. I take less day trades than I used to, and I've switched to a bigger focus on swing trading. So I do the MBT course, and I swing trade basically, and I find that much more comfortable. I love waiting for the market to come to me. I love doing the analysis, coming up with scenarios and waiting for the market to fulfill one of those scenarios. It's a very relaxed way of trading. I don't have to rush.
Rather than when you were trading off a 5-minute chart, you imposing your will onto the market, saying, come on, you've got to do this, and then I'm going to go, and it's all going to be a bit of a flurry. And trying to run with the move as it's running, sort of thing.
Yeah, because you miss it, you go and get a drink and you've missed something, a touch of a level or something like that, and it's stressful, or you're driving home from the shops or something thinking, I need to get back in case there's a setup or anything like that. So that's a big pile of stress I don't need, so I don't do it now.
Right, okay. So you're trading less, but making more money.
I am making more money now.
Right, what we're going to do in part 2 is we're going to discuss how Karl's making more money, the things that he's done in order to get to where he is right now. So it's been a fascinating interview so far, but for now, that's the end of part 1.